we're going to have to rely on the retail merchants and other organizations to send these out by email, because it's very difficult for us to get the addresses of all these places.
So the Retail Merchants Association?
A lot of us, through the associations, we're going to do it through the associations, we're going to do it through the media, and we also know that the only way really to get people's attention is start arresting some people. And so once that happens, once the bill's signed into law and we start doing that, that will serve as the requisite deterrent. The law is a deterrent, the law is a teacher, and that's what we have to do.
What are the current penalties for both people who are caught ingesting it and people who are caught selling it?
Okay, who wants to do that? I'm just the master of ceremonies.
If you could move over in front of the mic, it would help.
I will. As with most drugs, the penalties depend upon the amounts that you have, but generally speaking, and I'm speaking in generalities, mere possession of a small amount is a felony of the 5th degree. Sale of a small amount is a felony of the 4th degree. However, with compounds that are called spice, K2, that were specifically banned under 64, that's a slightly different thing. But generally speaking, possession is a felony of the 5th degree for a compound that is illegal, and then sale is a felony of the 4th degree.
You said small sale, though, so will retailers count under small sale, or will theirs be bumped up?
It would depend upon how much that they had been selling. So there's what we call bulk amounts, and not to get too technical on you, that they can increase. So if you have somebody that's maybe just got 5 or 6 packets when an officer goes in, that's probably a small sale. If you have somebody that's got 50 or 100 packets, that's probably a big sale. And the increase is based upon weight, so you have that factor as well.
Could you translate felony of the 4th degree to,
Sure,
and tell us what the maximum jail time is for that?
Sure. In the state of Ohio, a felony of the 4th degree is punishable by not more than 18 months in the state penal institution, a fine of not more than $10,000. For trafficking, it's a minimum mandatory fine of half that amount. In addition, there's a driver's license suspension of minimum 6 months to 5 years under current law.
Who else?
General, on the letter to the retailers, to what degree are they the culprits versus the chemists that are getting them to the retailers?
Well, I think they're both have culpability, a great deal of culpability. There's kind of a subculture that's going on in a way to avoid the law. And if you walk into one of these places and ask for, incense or use some drug term, they're trained many times to say, oh, no, don't talk like that, you must leave, etc. So if you walk in and ask for bath salts, or just pick this up off the shelf and buy it, then they'll sell it to you. So they know what's going on. That doesn't mean every clerk knows, everybody who shows up to work, 5 hours, 6 hours knows what's in them, but the people who are stocking them get it. I mean, this stuff is not, these so-called bath salts are, this little bit right down there. Look at these down here. I mean, these things are selling, for $10, $20, $30, $40. And so no rational human being thinks that bath salts are going to sell for that much. It's just not going to do it. I mean, that's just not the deal. So everybody kind of gets it. There might be some innocent clerk who doesn't get it. But these people are making a lot of money off this. And so it's greed. That's what we're dealing with. Not stupidity, it's greed.
So, again, just to be clear, so these things are sold as incense and as something to put in your bath. That's how they're actually sold. I mean,
sometimes it's not even said what their purpose is. It's just kind of wink and a nod. Not for human consumption. If you ask somebody, who's selling it, am I supposed to use it? Oh no, it's not for human consumption. Well, everybody understands that that's the only reason the stuff is being bought at this high price. for human consumption.
Where are these drugs being made? Is it in the Miami Valley? Is it in Ohio?
Well, somebody else might jump in. My understanding is, though, you know, at first it was, you had some bigger manufacturers sending it in, but my understanding is that it is a fairly easy thing to do. And so you can have very localized manufacturers who are really mixing this stuff. You want to take it?